Kramer. I'm from Breslov Research Institute in Yerushalayim. And I'm here to share with you some ideas about Sfira, about Shavuos, and which is coming up very soon. We went through Yetzias Mitzrayim. We left Egypt, and we counted 49 days. And we're here now in the last few days of counting till Shavuos. What we have to think about is why. Why do we have to think about Shavuos? Why do we have to count 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 days each, 49 days? You have to go through the whole process. And what's it for? The answer is become a free person. When we're fettered in chains, we're enslaved, not just to the Egyptians, but to our evil character traits. We're enslaved for the pursuit of money, immorality, gluttony. There's so many things that trap us in this world. So many things, right? We need to get out of it. We're in exile. We have to look for redemption. So we tried. We went through Pesach. We went through a series of a week without regular food, without bread, only matzah, and we tried. We tried to break our old habits. We tried to break our Overeaters Anonymous and all that kind of stuff that we feel ourselves trapped in. But it doesn't happen overnight. You can't break a habit overnight. It never works. How many people go on diets and they lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and half a year later they're back to that original weight. What happened? Because it doesn't work if you do it quickly. You have to do it step by step. So Hashem commanded us in the Torah to take small steps. He told us to count every single day. Every single day we're going to make an effort in order to be able to emerge from our difficulties, from our challenges, from our problems, and find solutions for what we need in life. That's the idea behind Sfira. We count day by day. If you ever look in the Siddur, you take a look where we count Sfira to Omer, you'll see next to every single day there are a couple of small letters that tell you, according to the Kabbalah, what kind of concept is the ruling power of the day. The first day is Chesed Shebechesed, the next week is Chesed Shebegvura, then 2 weeks later Netzach, Chesed Shebenetzach, and so on and so forth. What it means to us, I mean, we don't really understand the Kabbalistic ideas, but what they are telling you to take small steps, one day at a time. One day at a time. Rabbi Nachman has a lesson 272 in the Kutin Moharan, and he bases it on the verse Hayoim in the Koiloi Sishmo. Today, if you listen to his voice. This goes back to the Gemara, the story of Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. He meets Eliyahu Hanavi, and he says to him, "No, when is Mashiach coming? When are we going to have redemption? When are we going to have a solution to all our problems?" Eliyahu Hanavi tells him, "Why don't you ask Mashiach himself?" So Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi travels to where Mashiach is sitting, because he's present in every generation, He's ready to come at any moment. So what's holding him back? Yeshua ben Levi asks him, and he says to him, when are you coming? When are you coming? And Mashiach answers him, today. Today. Beautiful. He goes home, changes into his Shabbos clothes, his finery, and he sits there at the entrance to the city, waiting for Mashiach to come. Lo and behold, night falls, no Mashiach. What happened? He goes back crestfallen to Mashiach the next day. He says, what happened? You told me you're coming today. He says, well, the verse reads, today, if you listen to his voice, Hayom im bekolo tishmo. Right? It's Psalms 95. Hayom, today, if you listen to his voice. What does that mean? Rabbi Nachman explains, today is the day where you could emerge from your problems. Today is one day, in your path to emerge from your problems. What is it? How is it? For one day, you could take on a very big load. One day, you could live with if it's very difficult. So you get up in the morning and you say, today is the day. Today I'm really going to start. And once you start, you're on the road. And that's what Safira is all about. According to the Kabbalah, the Arizal explains that the rectification of every day is in a Sfira, Kabbalistic concept called Malchus. There are 10 Sefirot. Malchus is the lowest. Malchus is where all the action takes place. Malchus means authority. It translates as kingship or authority, but what it is, it's your ability to rule and control yourself. That's what is important. To know how to rule and control of yourself. Every day there's a certain type of rectification that takes place with our ability to control whatever is happening in our life. We can't control everything. A tsunami comes, we're finished, right? But you don't have to control the tsunami. You have to control yourself. You have to take yourself, bind yourself, control yourself. You have to take hold of whatever it is that's bothering you, that is not allowing you to grow. It's not allowing you to it's not allowing you to take care of what you want in your life. It's not allowing you. Thank you. Okay. So we're talking about control. Control, it's something that you have to do. It's up to you to make sure that you can control that which is taking place in your life. How do you get to it? Do I have control? Do I really have self-control? Can I really control what it is that I'm doing? Rabbi Nachman teaches in lesson 56 in the Kuti Moharan that every person has conceptually authority. They have malchus. They have that authority within them. It's a question of what you want to do in order to run your life. Do you want to give in to every whim? Do you want to give in to every incentive? Do you want to give in to every indulgement and whatnot? Right? What we have to do is to learn to control every little bit. Every person has that power. You have that power. Understand that. You have that power in order to be able to control that which is you're able to control. Again, there are things that are beyond our control, but you have the power to be able to control what you can. So, big deal. I have that power. What do I do with it? Right? Rabbi Nachman says you want to be free. You want to be a free person. You want to be able to exercise control over your life. How can you do that? He teaches it's when you don't do anything for your personal gain. You do it because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do in order to be able to extract yourself from your habits. So, you have that ability, you have that power, and you can control yourself. What happens though? Why do we lose control? Let's say anger. Why do we get angry? Why do we get haughty? Why do we just let loose on a lot of different things? We'll indulge. It's morality, as they say, everything I like in life is either illegal, immoral, or fattening. That's what life is all about, right? What we have to do is control those emotions, control our indulgences. Rabbi Nachman says what happens that we lose control is because God is missing in our life. Oh yeah, I believe in Hashem, I believe in the Torah, I believe in the true leaders, right? I believe in all that. But is God really part of your life? Have you internalized Him into whatever it is that you think your life is? Not everybody's the same. In fact, everybody is different. If so, we all have different perceptions of God, right? There are 7 billion people on the planet. Reb Notham writes that God is one. You ever say Shema Yisrael? Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. He is one. He is one. But there's 7 billion people, and each one sees God from a different perception. What does that mean? What it means is He's one. The idea is that each of us have our feelings. Each of us have our emotions. Each of us is very different from our neighbor, from our friend, our community, people all over the world, right? It's my connection to God, my connection to Hashem, to be able to be part of His uniqueness, of His oneness. It all happens when I do, when I do what I can, not what somebody else can, but when I do what I can. I don't have to mimic anybody. None of us are clones. None of us should be a clone. None of us should in any way whatsoever try to emulate the other person. Yeah, learn from their good ideas. Learn from their good deeds. Learn what it means to be kind and considerate. Yeah, that's great. But you don't have to be a clone. You can be your own self. That's authority. That's malchus. That's what you have the ability to have. If Hashem is in your life, fine. You'll find your way. If Hashem is not part of it, well then how do I get to it? How do I get to bring Hashem into my life? Rabbi Nachman's main idea is hitbodedut. Hitbodedut is from the Hebrew word boded, by yourself. you seclude yourself and speak to Hashem in your language, your mother tongue, in any language that you feel comfortable with, right? And say, Hashem, where are you in my life? Hashem, how can I connect to you? Hashem, how could I feel and see your greatness that's there all the time, but is at present concealed from me? So we try. We ask Hashem that He come into our lives. We open up and we allow Hashem to be there. Right now, our lives are controlled by nature. Right? We get up in the morning, the sun comes up, we go out to work, and we do what we have to do. All that is part of nature. But God is above nature. God is beyond nature. And if we have natural tendencies to do things wrong, or to not act nicely, or whatever it may be, abruptness, anger, and whatnot, right? God is above that. And if you bring Him into your life, you're going beyond nature. And you can find that you can control. You don't need to overeat. You don't need to be a purist in morality, right? We're human beings. We have our frailties, but we can control those frailties. So Rabbi Nachman says, how do we get to control those frailties? And it's by da'as. Da'as means knowledge. Knowledge. When you have knowledge of God, when you have knowledge of Hashem, that He's really part of your life, right? Then you're answering to a higher power, not just to yourself, not just to your whims, not just to your desires and indulgences, but you also have acknowledged that there is a higher power. And when you have that higher power, you bring Him into your life, He's yours. Rabbi Nachman says, when you get to that level, you're actually holding by the deepest levels of the Kabbalah. Why is that? Because the Kabbalah reveals God in His highest levels. And if you learn to turn to Him and to internalize Him inside your life, when you do that, right, you've drawn down to yourself answers to all the questions that you have. We all have questions. We all question why this, why that. Ask the question, why is a child born handicapped? There's no answer. You can't answer it. The Kabbalah does. But you come to learn about answers, and you ask yourself the question, why did I do that? Right? Aren't we very hard on ourselves? Why did I allow myself to fall so low? No, you don't have to. You have to turn to Hashem, bring Him in, and when you bring Him in, He's part of your life. You're revealing the deepest mysteries. You will find the answers to all your questions. It'll take time, but that's what step-by-step means, right? We're going to explain now what all this has to do with Shavuos, okay? Shavuos means weeks. That's the translation of the word. Weeks because we just went through 7 different weeks, right? Each day was different. Each day is different in your whole life. Every day can change. If you do the same old thing, then something's wrong. You're in a rut. But if each day is a new day, it's a special day, and you could benefit from this day, even if it seems to be getting out of the wrong side of the bed, right? You could change the day to find some good in it. Every day has good. So Shavuos means you went through weeks. You went through a counting process. You went through a redemption process. You went through a cleansing process. The Gemara says, Mishnah in Pirkei Avos, Ein l'chol ben chorin ela misha oisek b'salma Torah. You only have a free person. You can only be a free person when you engage in Torah, when you study Torah, when you understand it, da'as, knowledge, you understand it, and you learn how to apply what I just learned to my daily life. It can be done. It should be done. And Rabbi Nachman suggested very strongly, lesson 61 in the Likutei Moharan. He says, learn from whatever it is that you've studied, how to direct your life according to the Torah. Because there is no freedom. We're trapped in a natural circumstance. We're trapped by the circumstances of nature, right? We have to do this. We have to go out to work to bring our livelihood. We have to work with our wives and children, our husbands and children. We have to. That's what life is all about. I have to do this, I have to do that. You're not free to make a choice. When you study Torah, you recognize Hashem on a higher level. You recognize Hashem, you're able to bring Him into your life. And when you do, you have brought Hashem into your level. Brought Hashem, who is so lofty, into your individual level, no matter where you are, no matter what you are, no matter who you are. The idea of Shavuos is that you've worked very hard. 49 days, it's a long time, right? You put effort. But now you've come to realize that I have a book I could rely upon. Whatever book it may be of Torah, whatever book is going to exemplify what the right thing to do is, I am going to get to that level. I am going to work on it. I am going to succeed. And when you succeed, well, you're your own person. You ever realize that? You could be your own person. You don't have to be a clone. You don't have to be somebody who follows the crowd, or herd mentality, or you're part of the mentality of your neighborhood. You don't have to be that way. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes they're very nice people. They do very good things. I'm not telling you not to do it. I am saying you can use your own mind. You don't have to follow the crowd. The lesson of Shavuos is that you could be a free person. Freedom. You went in through exile. You went to Egypt. You came out, you counted 49 days, you received the Torah. Well, we all have our personal exile. And we all have to try and get out of it. So we have to take certain steps and go in a different direction. Right? Think about each day, how precious it is. Did you ever kill time? If you did, whose time did you kill? Your own. You killed yourself. Are you a murderer? No, of course not. Right? You just didn't realize how precious the day is, and more so, you didn't realize how precious you are. Right? You don't realize that if God created you, you have a purpose in this world. You have an important mission to accomplish in this world. What's the mission? Doing good. In whichever way you can. That's all. But how do you know what is good and what is evil? Yeshaya Hanavi, Isaiah, chapter 5, he says, woe to those who say evil is good and good is evil. Sweet is sour, sour or sweet. Good is bad, and bad is good, right? Darkness is light, light is darkness. People mix things up all the time. People give you a different presentation of what really good is, of what good really can be in your life. Don't fall victim to that. You could be a free person, right? You don't have to follow the crowd. You don't have to be part of any movement that takes you away, not just from Hashem, but takes you away from yourself. You are a great person. You're a very, very good person. You're a wonderful person. You've got so much good in you. It's obscured by a lot of the indulgences that we live our life with, right? I need a new pair of shoes. I need this kind of style. You don't need that. You have to be able to be yourself. Do I need it? Do I not need it? Can I do it? Can I not do it? You have no idea how powerful a person you are. Malchus, as we started, authority, right? It's authority that you have, and only you have it. You have that power to take yourself and go step by step, leading yourself on a direction that will give you freedom from all the different claustrophobic ideas that close you in life and don't allow you to succeed with your future. So let's take the lesson of Sfira, counting the days, counting the hours, counting our lives. Our lives count. Each and every individual has a tremendous power of life within them. And that's what Shavuos, which we're leading up to, tells us. We have that power to choose good. We have that power to be good. We have that power to make ourselves a very important person. We're the VIPs in our life, right? There are others who have that title. It doesn't mean a thing. They may have the title VIP. It doesn't mean that they really are very important people, right? People may look up to them. Politicians, Hollywood stars, sports, athletes, right? Leaders in industry, right? They're human, just like you and me. They also have character traits, right? You want to follow their lives, you'll find how much misery is in there. You don't need that. You need to be able to take yourself and be a free person. Be a person that controls your life. Be a person that controls what you want, what you need, and you can get to it through the power of Torah, learning the Torah and fulfilling it with the best you can according to your powers, your nature, your strengths, your weaknesses, and you'll be the most beautiful person on the planet. May Hashem help you that you will succeed in doing what you can to become the best person you can be, and you can be. So may Hashem bless you all, that everything you have in life turns to be successful, and may you see the coming of Mashiach, the final redemption, speedily in our days. Amen. Have a great week. Have a great Shavuos. Have a great life. Kol Tov. שבע, חצי שעה, סובלתי מספיק. רגע,